Every day, your digital traffic is funneled through infrastructure designed to throttle it. Service providers actively monitor and restrict the flow of data, keeping users confined to artificial limits. You cannot bypass these restrictions with standard software. To move past these intentional limits, you have to engineer a custom network architecture. Our primary engineering environment for building this bypass is an application called HTTP Custom. Before any construction begins, we must establish a zero state. The workspace has to be entirely sanitized. We initiate this process by opening the application settings and executing a total configuration clear and reset. This blank slate is necessary to ensure no residual data or fragmented settings from a previous session prevent the new tunnel from establishing correctly. A secure tunnel requires a dedicated endpoint to receive the connection. We need to source a remote anchor. To create this endpoint, we look to an external web platform called FastSSH, which allows us to generate a custom UDP server. The architecture requires a designated international node. For this specific build, selecting a server located in Germany provides the necessary routing environment. Once the geography is set, we create custom authentication credentials by inputting a unique username and a corresponding password into the generator. The platform requires clearing a mandatory anti-bot checkpoint to validate the account creation request. After validation, there is a brief computational waiting period while the server provisions the new account on its network. The successful generation yields 3 isolated critical pieces of data: the server IP address, your unique username, and your secure password. This newly minted remote anchor provides a waypoint on the internet that acts as the exit node, masking the origin of the tunnel. The raw generated data does nothing on its own. To bridge the client app and remote anchor, these components must form a single continuous string. This blueprint shows the precise architectural syntax required by the HTTP custom application: the IP address, followed by the port, followed by the username, and finally the password. We begin with the foundation of the syntax string by retrieving the server IP address and injecting it into the first block. Next is the insertion of a colon. This functions as a delimiter, separating the IP address from the routing instructions. We then inject the specific port string, which directs the traffic through the correct gateway. The @ symbol follows. It acts as the structural bridge separating the routing data from the authentication data. With the first half built, we navigate back to the generator to retrieve the specific username. The copied username is injected into its designated position within the app's syntax array. We insert the final colon, the delimiter that divides the identity from the security key. We make one final retrieval from the external server for the generated password. Injecting the password seals the syntax string. This exact, unbroken alphanumeric sequence functions as the handshake protocol required to establish the custom tunnel. The bridge is built, but the engine must be calibrated. Raw connection data without flow control will result in an unstable tunnel. We activate the required baseline protocols within the application by enabling both the DNS and UDP custom toggles. We then manipulate the internal data thresholds. Setting the buffer limit to a controlled parameter of 4 prevents packet overflow. This flow visualization compares unbalanced streams with our target baseline. By calibrating the transfer and receive parameters to an equalized state of 30 and 30, we balance the data flow. With all of our internal data parameters fully calibrated, we apply the newly engineered settings and trigger the master connect sequence. We validate the system by observing the application's internal log. The phrase HTTP custom is ready confirms the connection is live. This configuration does not have to remain isolated. It can be locked, exported as a discrete file, and shared with other devices. By building these configurations manually, you control the routing and distribution of your own network traffic, operating outside of standard provider constraints.